Hello everybody, welcome back. We're going to have a quick look at these charts. I've not made a video in a few days because basically price action is so slow and nothing's changed. It's doing exactly what we expected it to. Rejection at the top of this range, 66,000, this kind of rough area. If you look over to the monthly, it's the 50 exponential. If you look over to the weekly, it's the 10 exponential. And if you look over to the daily, it's just a horizontal. And if you go to the 4 hourly, you'll find yourself at a golden cross retest. And so basically we saw the move up, that's what we expected, to the top of the range. We saw the rejection from the top of the range. We're seeing still evidence for an uptrend on the 4 hourly, which is golden cross retest, fresh retest here. A little messy over here, but still staying above that 200 exponential. Lots of hidden bullish divergence on the way down, so it does have the opportunity to have a spring up if it wants to. And if you move back to the daily, we're sort of hanging around the 20 and the 21, which is where we are right now, which gives it that tiny little bit more of an edge that it's going to move back up again, at least back up to 66,000 where we came before. We're potentially, able to move up beyond that. So we've not broken or lost the uptrend. We're still in a series of lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. And maybe we see higher highs. If we break beyond 66,400, we've got a line within the previous range, which is coming in just below 71,000, and then you can extend that rally over a little bit higher to 73,600 or 700, which is your death cross retest, which is where it all went wrong on the previous attempt to form an uptrend. So again, range bound, lower range, upper range, and then death cross retest. New range, upper range 66, lower range 53,500. Extend that to a death cross retest, maybe 73,400. Is the low in? Well, your guess is as good as mine at this point. From a time perspective, we talked about how the low could be put in as early as May, which, could have been seen, or as late as November, which means, probably at some point come down to 53,400. So between these areas, May and November, we're basically looking to find and put in the all-time low. But it's going to be really hard to say exactly where that's going to be. What is the instigator? Is it natural organic price action? Is it going to be driven by some kind of event? Is it going to be a combination of the both? Is it already in? We just don't know it yet. Nobody really knows. Will they? Are we going to go for a sideways period of accumulation? Is that what we're in right now? Nobody really knows. There's a few other things that you can think about, which is that stocks generally pretty good, but stocks could also come down to 7,000. That would be more than appropriate. And in the world of stocks, that would be seen as a chaotic, horrendous dump that, is unmanageable for most people. But what we really see is a massive uptrend with a itchy clouds trend signal on a weekly that will still stay alive at 7,000. So we'll take that all day, every day. So stocks look good for continuation up, generally speaking. If we think about oil, well, oil did exactly what we expected it to, moved up into 93, exactly, basically, hit the horizontal, found a rejection. Now that we're up at 93, it's perfect, really. Now that we're up at 93, I expect to see this rejection take us down to a new lower low. Is at this point really where everybody's expecting it to go to hundreds of dollars a barrel again, but really, this is the resistance that I was expecting, and I took a short position from this, as I told everybody that I would do. And so hopefully what we'll see now is a long downtrend that will take you down to fresh lows, down towards 60, maybe even into the 50s. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? That's all absolutely as predicted. Those who are members of the Patreon will recognise that. So we hit that yesterday, and now I expect we will trickle down. Maybe you'll have a sharp move down if something takes place, but again, this is a tradable chart, really. Right, Altcoins, just very briefly, because we are doing a stream tonight if you want to join that. Ethereum's still looking quite good for continuation, as we expect. There's a very good chance that we move up to 2,200, where the rejection will take place. There's this giant diagonal line of, well, what used to be support. It's a rough guide, but it will now be resistance, backed up by a daily death cross on simples and exponentials. The 4 hourly, just like Bitcoin, has got an uptrend in it. It's unbroken. Golden cross got retested, V-shaped recovery, continuation, and we're battling with the center of the range, but we do have triple hidden bullish divergence, which adds a spring to its step. So yeah, 2,200's an appropriate place to go for. And to be honest with you, as far as an overview of the market is concerned, I think that's basically it. Oil should go down, stocks, crypto should go up. However, if stocks decide that they have to go down to 7,000, wait it out and use stocks as your general guide for the next Bitcoin crypto bounce, potential major low, all-time low. That's what we'll be looking for. So again, we're boring at the moment. There's probably not a great deal I can say, because we talk about, I call it the domino effect. We talk about the implications of all markets and how they lead into each other. So you got, obviously, I suppose, oil being a precursor now to Forex, which is a precursor to stocks, which is a precursor to Bitcoin, which is a precursor to Ethereum, and then other altcoins. So by looking at one individual altcoin, like, I don't know, some kind of obscure one, and thinking, well, what's this going to do? You do have to digest all those other charts before you go ahead and make an informed decision on that altcoin chart, because it's unlikely to be able to go up if the domino effect suggests it's got to go the other way. And that is probably what we're looking at right now. However, with Ethereum still pointed to 2,200, there is a slight sort of deviation from that general rule. If Ethereum wants to keep going up, and it can, there's no, the domino effect isn't necessarily the be all and end all, but it's the most likely set of circumstances. But if Ethereum wants to go up to 2,200, it will carry most altcoins with it, and then when you get to 2,200, you kind of want to be a little bit cautious about what it is that you're going to do there, because that is a major resistance, and could easily be a resistance that takes Ethereum down beyond its previous most recent local low and to a new low, and then all the other altcoins will follow that down to their new local lows, and we play the waiting game and then try again maybe in a few months to find the next significant low. Large increments will be bought if we see significant new lows, and then we just wait for the giant swing trade, which might take months or years to realise full potential. But this is the aim of the game, isn't it, really? Time in the market versus timing the market, or timing the market and then time in the market. A little bit of both will set you up nicely. Either way, right now it's relatively boring. We probably do see a little move back up again, to be honest, but we're only talking little moves. That's all we're talking. There's a lot. If there is a large move in any of these crypto and Bitcoin charts, the largest move currently would be one or to the down, but immediately over the next day or two, we are probably looking for a little bit more up towards 66,000 again. Ethereum to potentially 2,200, and then the bigger move will be down from there. That's just how it looks. It doesn't mean that that's what I want. That's how it appears to me. So yeah, when you're staring down a chart that suggests there's a large move coming, which is more likely to be down, there's no point in trying to chase these small moves up. It's just pointless, really. You're taking on too much risk, unless of course you put in some significant risk management, which is fine. That's cool. But for me, just chilling out, really. Just leave it to do its thing. If it goes down, great. I prefer that at this stage than for it to start moving back up. Because even though I have had 2 large increments put in for certain altcoins on the way down since Bitcoin hit 66,000 for the first time, I've still got plenty of cash that I'd like to put in at lower. Am I holding out for it? No, I'm not holding out for it. If it comes, great. If it doesn't come, fine. But I think there's a decent chance that it will. It's just going to take time. Right, thanks for watching. Hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.